Like this video and subscribe right now, or else. Me being crushed by the weight of 2 very manageable tasks. When you're in a dream and finally got the hang of it's just a dream so you can do whatever you want to. Reality can be whatever I want. Behind every angry girlfriend, there is a boyfriend who has no idea what he did. Boys when their hair reaches the perfect length. If the USA is so great, then why did they make a USB? 28-year-old me, cool stick that I found, imaginary monster. Me approximately 19 seconds after meeting someone, we forgot the name. Microsoft Word. When I'm trying to move an image, I'm going to make this way harder than it needs to be. American travel vloggers. If glazing Japan endlessly and farming South Asian poverty for content was an Olympic sport. When my wife says the baby is kicking so I punch her stomach to teach my son to never hit a woman, be respectful. What it felt like as a second grader looking for swear words on the Christmas word search worksheet. When you still haven't gotten your paycheck after 4 to 5 weeks due to company financial struggles. Build a bunch of data centers for AI, cause a shortage and prices skyrocket. People can no longer afford the tech to use it. People can no longer afford the tech to use it. Tech CEOs, after earning so much money that it would take an average person 10,000 years to make it even at $1,000 a day. Please sir, can I have some more? Every time I boot up Unreal Engine 5 game for the first time, UE5 compiling shaders for 40 minutes, hol up, let him cook. AI finally took my job, auto scroll. Company, we are adding a new AI system to the services we provide to you today. Me, very impressive, how do I turn it off? I can make you a millionaire, so why are you not a millionaire? If you didn't want your artwork stolen by AI, then you shouldn't have uploaded it to the internet before AI was even a thing. Gamers, when an award is 100% fan voted, Wuthering Waves, why is Gacha Slop here? This game lux, they have not played it, they bribe their players in winning players vote, they don't, that's why awards should only be judged by a proper jury. Also gamers, when an award is judged by a proper jury, Expedition 33, just name the show to clear obscure awards. This shouldn't have won Best RPG. This is not Indie Game Awards, is just for corpo show and not actually giving awards to real good games. We spotted thee from across the glen and wondered if thou wished to live deliciously. Disney partners with OpenAI. This is the lowest Disney has sunken to. This is the lowest they have sunken so far. Music artists, when they realize just repeating the same sentence with jingles grants them a Christmas hit, unlimited money. Billy, what have you done? Disney, OpenAI, the Walt Disney Company, let's reclaim our childhood. Billy. Peak German engineering. Epic Games giving away pricey games for free and having platform-wide massive discounts after negative publicity. Steam, look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power. When the tutorial in the game makes you use all your money and materials to upgrade the most buns weapon in the game that you will never use. Disney Plus, watching I poop myself 1 cancel their free trial and I myself 2 begin their free trial. OpenAI, RAM prices, me trying to buy a new PC, OpenAI, me, deleting my OpenAI account. Opening Task Manager and suddenly the program becomes responsive again. When she sees it move on its own. RAM costs $1,000 now, use our AI, stop shoving AI in people's faces and stop using so much RAM, companies. Wife, why do you jump so much in your sleep? My dreams. People who think this giant wins. People who use this meme template correctly. How Microsoft felt like after renaming Microsoft Office to M365 Copilot and then trying to get you to use the AI for no effing reason. I know nobody will read this, but sometimes when I'm bored I go to my garden and dig myself into the ground and pretend like I'm a radish. Jackie, I read this. Prices will stay the same and maybe even increase. You're joking, right? Right. The moment you knew the fun ride was over. Instead of asking for a pic of her body, ask for a pic of the book she's reading. Buy it, text her the pic, have a book club date and converse. Turn the pages of her mind. Good morning, beautiful. What book are you reading today? What book are you reading so we can read it together? I ain't reading a book. If they talk behind your back, then fart. Kermit the Frog. Valve fans. Getting by Jeff Keithley. Me when I get back to work after a long vacation, and I knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense I had no idea what to do. What if I just throw a microwave at you? Funny prank idea, make people study for 16 years while putting them into extreme debt, then replace them with AI. When you're ugly but have a pretty girlfriend. When you're watching Multiverse of Madness on your laptop and America Chavez starts using her powers. Haha, freak. Years later. A fantastic movie, a useless 18+ scene. Nachos with salsa. Nachos with melted cheese. My little brother just gave this to me. If you don't want me at my when love is gone, you don't deserve me at my cheese is for us, me says. Do you ever zone out but you're aware that you're zoned out but you're too lazy to zone back in? I remember my mama cut her boyfriend off because he texted SMH while they was arguing. I said, Mom, why you do that? She said, I don't know who he calling a sorry monkey low cause it ain't me. I said wow and walked off. I ain't correct her cause I ain't like buddy anyway. Yeah, it's called serotonin. Your package will be delivered today, me all day. How that final talk before you'll really end the relationship feels. I was born a male, identify as a male, but according to Stalfer's lasagna I'm a family of 4. Mom, nobody ever helps me around the house. Me, that's bait. 9-year-old me trying to force the temperature inside my mouth to go up so I can stay home from school. Huh, no babe, don't go down there, I'm on me lifting my head. I remember when I was 6 I got a hold of my dad's ID and it had an expiration date. Spent 3 hours crying because I thought that he was set to lie on that date. He asked me why I was crying and I didn't tell him because I was scared he was gonna cry as well. You know that urge to eat something just because it's right there in front of you. That's why I'm no longer a gynecologist. Guys will look at this and say, wife. I'm on the server floor of a highly secure data center with 24/7/365 surveillance, direct access control and robust perimeter security. An actual duck just walked by. The panic is absolutely glorious. I think this just became one of the highlights of my life. No one ever talks about it, but finishing a book series is like losing a longtime friend. Vampires have it exactly right. Find the sleeping schedule that works for you, avoid excessive sun exposure and only show up at someone's house if explicitly invited. I don't tell my friends what they wanna hear. I said, you looking real crazy, tighten up. When you tell a slightly offensive joke at the dinner table, mom, dad, younger sibling trying to figure out the joke, grandpa. People into Egyptology because of Stargate. People into Egyptology because of Yu-Gi-Oh! Reminder, if you're cold they're cold, let them inside. When someone calls you by your nickname when you don't even know them, like that. The bare minimum I expect when he's apologizing. If you knew me before I turned 30, I would just like to announce there has been a significant software update and a lot of the bugs have been fixed. New game announced, good price, good graphics. Roguelike, Souls-like. Being the girlfriend is temporary, being the hot ex is forever. Me trying to put the fitted sheet on my bed by myself. My dad's high school pill talk with me was just a story about two guys in his platoon who and fell asleep outside the wire and the VC their throats and cut off their D's. So whenever I in Cave Creek, Arizona, I always kept watch for the Viet Cong. People saying they are introverted and say they hate people despite going to parties or clubs and socializing every day. Actual introverts. Terms and condition, me agreeing without reading it. I invented the jump to recipe button. How I feel after choosing a female skin in a video games for smaller hitbox. I just wanna feel pretty. Around age 25 you get a random permanent debuff. How it feels to dismiss someone's argument the same way they did yours and see them rage. Christopher Nolan is so dedicated to realism in Inception he used a rotating set. In Tenet he crashed a real 747 into a building. For Interstellar he had a real field of corn grown, and for Batman he had Christian Bale's parents laddered. The evolution of medicine. How it feels to say okay instead of arguing. When you accidentally like to post while stalking. He's probably out cheating on me right now. Me with the boys. My soldiers do not falter. My soldiers rage. I don't know what people are telling you, but I personally think it's really cool and smart of you to hold on to the box your cell phone came in for 2 years in case of a scenario that you came up with in your head that has never occurred in real life. They bullied him for his backpack. They were just jealous. Me 5 minutes into the movie that took me 2 hours to pick. Me, my friend, hey, did you sleep well last night? You slept right. Learned how to perpendicular park today. Making new friends as an adult is hard because the people I would get along best with are the ones that also don't want to leave their house. As a child I had the impression that I would be offered free pills by strangers much more frequently than the 0 times it's happened. Normal day, 31st December, New Year, birthday. Joel Embiid seen playing Clash Royale during 4th quarter. I'm punk so I must rebel, I'm Asian so I must like mass, I dye my hair crazy colors so I must be looking for attention, I have no mouth and I must scream. Life imitates art. You have changed. Yeah, I watched a new movie recently. There's a podcast called Yo Is This RAC, and a white guy called in to ask if it was RAC that a Taco Bell employee assumed that he wanted mild sauce, and I have never stopped laughing. Honey, we have guests, bring out the fine china. When you pick up a snail and put it somewhere else. As a grown up I have learned that all the Christmas magic I felt as a kid was really a mom who loved me so damn much. Gladiator Arena. When you listen to your recorded voice, certified cringe moment. Homeboy just realized something. When round 1 almost took you out and he asks if you're ready for round 2. First word you see will be you in 2026. I'm a strong girl, I just need to cry first. Whenever I'm feeling down I remember the company dinner when an intern turned to our CEO and asked, "Who are you?" He stares at me intensely and grumbles every time I pull out a book instead of petting him. Me, the risky joke that will either destroy our friendship or make us unstoppable. Being anti-AI right now feels like being one of the few unbitten humans in a zombie apocalypse. Dog licked a baby's head. I saw it. The baby was bald. How exactly was this a shower thought? I remembered it in the shower. What am I gonna tell my teacher? The earth is a resort for like 500 rich people, and the rest of us are just the staff. Me looking around before typing 8 + 7 into my calculator. Know the work rules. Appropriate, I'm half demon and I use my demonic powers for good. Or you're sweet. Inappropriate, I'm half demon and I use my demonic powers for good. Hello human resources. My manager didn't approve my leave, so I put their number on the street with a sign that says, "We fix fridges, gas stoves and cookers." Me. I'm still young and fun. Also me. How it feels when you enter the cinema during daylight and walk out when it's pitch black after seeing a life-changing movie. Exciting conclusion of my dream. My alarm. Winning an internet reply war. Getting a job. Gen Z. Unneffing believable. University campus. Exists. Cats. It's free real estate. Doctor, it hurts when I do this. What are you doing? Existing. YouTube AI kid slop. I wanted nursery rhymes. What is this? The origin of the word moment is French. People talking English. I recently learned that my husband only opens Instagram once every 4 to 6 weeks to check our local ice cream parlor's flavor of the month. It is just an ice cream flavor checker for him. Amazing. Why is no one desperately in love with me? I'm so cool. Why does every commercial depiction of honey involve one of these things? Literally nobody has ever seen one of these in real life before. Never pirating a movie ever again. What do you mean they jammed my Freddy edit into the full movie for a pirated version on a Polish website called effing CDA? Can't nobody, I mean nobody, cry like her. I'm telling my kids this is Kurama. Switch. Why does Samuel L. Jackson always play black guys? Moments when I realize 1 minute is long as F. Thanksgiving is a holiday. Literally any store. If those kids could read they would be very upset. How I think I look picking dirt out of my dog's hair. Marketing case study. Toilet paper. Premium. Reasons why I'm polite to waiters. Because I realize they're human beings trying to make a living, not my servants. Something magical is about to happen. I'm never using Tinder again. This bee hid her chin. Who the F genuinely wakes up like this? The Spanish media when British or American tourists visit their Mediterranean shores briefly. The Spanish media when more than 20,000 German expats reside permanently in Mallorca and bring their extended family and friends for summer vacation. According to my grandfather during his time, job, people. Me reading my old journals. The only reason why I'm good at keeping secrets is because I forget them. People who shower with their tattoos on are weird as F. She my bad, let me just. How in the hell could a man enjoy being awakened at 6:30 AM by an alarm clock, leap out of bed, dress, force feed, sheep pie, brush teeth and hair and fight traffic to get to a place where essentially you made lots of money for somebody else and were asked to be grateful for the opportunity to do so? Charles Bukowski, Factotum 1975. When your friend's mom is yelling and you hear and tell your effing friend to go home. You must not commit. Bro, how the F you verified as God? Do not question. Me staying away from the drama but close enough to get all of the tea. Normal day. Birthday. Party day. Results day. Being an adult effing lux, no wonder my parents used to beat the shit out of me. This hill, it's silent, and its residents are evil. Seems the evil is within. How to clean up broken glass. Google, ChatGPT. The mango seed after I'm done eating. $9 plus $1.99 shipping. $10.99 free shipping. No one. 8-year-old me. Paramount, Netflix. Honestly, I always thought I would end up as a Disney princess. It's like choosing between Pinky and the Brain, except they're both insane. I mean, one is chilling the movie industry, the other one is chilling freedom of speech. Love it when someone puts down their phone and just lives in the moment. Try not to think about it too much. Me. The RAM I want. The RAM I can afford. Him, I want to see how you lacked after a few shots. Me. When I'm stuck in the exam, so I eat the chewing gum under the table and gain the previous owner's knowledge. This could be us for real, bro. I'm the people's messenger. What's the people's message? Give absolute power to people's messenger. It doesn't matter if he's 5 feet 3 inch or 6 feet 4 inch, they're all the same height when they're letting you down. After a snowstorm, how I look at the snow-covered cars of my neighbors when they store junk in their garages instead of cars. When you start using a new word and all your friends start using it too. OpenAI, the Walt Disney Company, so this is how creativity lies, with Claw. What's black, hard and 7 inches long? I don't effing know, please, I just want to be a top post. My life is slowly falling apart, my wife just left me. Claire, I still love you. Unfortunately, I think Claire is the one who knows the answer. How I look at my boyfriend when he offers a sensible solution to my problems instead of letting me be bothered and believing that it's the end of the world. When your boss tells you to do something like you don't do the same shit every day. Everyone. Are you okay? Me. Yeah, why? My face. James Cameron on Netflix Warner Bros merger. You can't. Why does James Cameron look like he's going to ask me if I want to play a game? Zombie apocalypse starts. 14-year-old girls. Zombies are also humans. Eating M&M from M&M tube. Using M&M tube to store other candies. Refilling. Sneaking in the M&M tube for later discreet usage. Fill it with butter and mashed bananas and stick in a 6-inch cylinder. Plays games peacefully, suddenly remembers important exams. Plays games stressfully. Hi, thanks for your interest in the analyst position. Unfortunately, you are not the right fit for the position at this time. I'm sorry for the disappointing news. Best of luck in your job search. Sincerely, Daniel. Dan, I have been working here for a month. When dad asks me how in the ever-living god did I screw up not just 1 but 2 papers in a row, I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Can't stop thinking about this couple who had to make a fake lap for their clingy cat so they could get work done. Boy flirts with a random girl. The girl flirts back. The boy, that wasn't supposed to happen. Me goes inside for a drink of water with the intent of returning to my outside activities. Mother, none shall pass. Sleep is my #1 priority in life. I'm not functional if I get less than 10. I can easily go 14 hours. What country, and not nearly as bad as the media portrays it to be? Antarctica. The media makes out that it's very cold there, but that situation is improving. LED internet theory. Content made by AI. Ads created by AI. Watched by AI. John Cena's retirement genuinely hit so hard Santa himself had to come and see the final match in the flesh. When she finds out my birth year starts with 1 instead of 2, then you must be at least 60. Get paid, pay bills, cry for 2 weeks, repeat, adulthood. Nobody, me risking it all to look at a cow. I literally told you yesterday, don't you remember? Me. It's so humiliating to make a reservation and show up to a restaurant that's nearly empty. I'm surprised the hostess doesn't point and laugh when I walk through the door. The least interesting person in the world is constantly changing. The instant someone becomes the least interesting person in the world, they automatically become at least a little bit interesting. Then they are kicked out and a new person becomes the least interesting person, and the cycle repeats constantly. It's a paradox. Hullapalooza, what the F are you talking about? Can you guys please stop asking Santa for the perfect woman? I almost got kidnapped 3 times today. Me the second I come home from any event because I'm an easily overstimulated bee. You go to Japan for vacation. You hit it off with a cute Japanese girl. She comes back to your hotel. Her j***s are not pixelated. White Pharmacist accuses his wife of cheating on him with a black man after noticing his newborn has brown skin. His wife: hi, good morning. Thanks, but I'm not ready to be ghosted again. Men after knowing each other for a month. Bro, what's your name? Your password is weak. Well, so is my memory, so please let me keep it. How to get up early, sleep early. Need money for new Seth Star. My kitchen after making one egg. Cynthia Erivo making sure Ariana doesn't eat. Hope this email finds you well. How the email found me. You dropped this. Cleopatra lived closer to the moon landing than the building of the pyramids. I sleep. Bowling for Soup's 1985 was released closer to 1985 than to today. Real she. I miss my old energy like damn, what happened to me. You have heard of Elf on the Shelf. Now get ready for depression. The most convincing sign that someone is truly living their best life is their lack of desire to show the world that they are living their best life. Your best life won't seek validation. This will never get old. Your TV was successfully mounted, sir. I'm done. Why those legs are there? In case it falls off the wall it will land on its feet. Googling it on Chrome. On Microsoft. Manager, what do you think about my leadership? Me, you are very inspiring, you inspire me to quit. People on the opposite side of the highway in the Final Destination 2 log truck scene. I'm out on a walk and guys look, that whole local ecosystem is fried. Microwave, would you like your food too hot or too cold? Me, what if you cooked it just right? Microwave, what if you cooked it just right? LMAO, okay Goldilocks. Indian guy, hello, here is the police. You have to pay 10,000 or go to jail. Boomer. Me when my speaker lies in the middle of my live performance in the shower. I don't know what you see in me, a plain girl with glasses. Me, you have just got a great personality. A girlfriend would be nice, but I'm already in a relationship with alcohol and bad decisions. When you ask her about the empty fast food bags in her car. When old videos are being declared as AI but actual AI videos don't get recognized. Life update. Whoever the hell keeps convincing damn near every company on the planet to shove AI down customers' throats needs to be thrown in the slammer. The 2025 Game Awards kick off. Larian's Divinity trailer drops. The dad when the mom is about to explode in anger because of what the kids did. I'm gonna just go. This is why I avoid online shopping. When you thought it's the weekend but it's only Wednesday. How to have intergenerational appeal. 68 plus or minus 1. Every summer fate chooses a CEO for the sacrifice. That's the ritual. You were always right, mom. Mobile phones, internet, social media really destroyed my life. It's not even procrastination anymore, I'm low-key not gonna do it. How it feels writing "oh it's okay I understand" to the most gut-wrenching thing. A fight happening in the hallways after the final bell. Me who's trying to leave the school. Everyone else. My $2,000 gaming PC. RuneScape. On a first date. Okay, don't let them know I stalked them online. Them, my aunt, me, Theresa or Sharon. Me in the hospital bed while my family argues over who gets my Fortnite account with $3,000 worth of skins. How guys be acting when they get a sore throat. I'm going to Paris. Paris is overrated. I'm going to the Maldives. Me and my $2 going to bed. When you have a personal airbag. Peter Green, actor known for Pulp Fiction and The Mask, led at 60. Zed's led, baby, Zed's led. What not? Let's see who you really are. Overstock.com. This is where I would put my TGA award, if I had one. That one app on your PC that doesn't support dark mode. Shopping with mom. Shopping with dad. Shopping with friends. Around 60 people agreed to stab Julius Caesar. At the end of it, Caesar's body only had 23 stab wounds. Even back then, not all the members for a group project would do their part. So what are your plans for the holidays? Me. Imagine a cockroach starting its own family in your house and you're still single. Hi, is this still available? Yes. Will you trade for a full breed German Shepherd female? I really need to live healthier. Me at 2 AM. Am I the only one that watches ladder investigations and thinks I would have gotten away with it? Sometimes the thing that is holding you back is all in your mind. Now I don't have to tell the story on how I got the scar. I'm sorry, but shouldn't British websites use biscuits? When me and my dog hear the same weird sound. The actual irony, says the bloke with 67 in his name. What does that mean? Come on, clown mouth, what are you getting at? Me listening to music to escape reality. When you're sick as F and that one nostril clears up for 30 seconds. I just watched my dog chase its tail for 5 minutes and I thought, dogs are easily entertained. Then I realized I was just watching my dog chase its tail for 5 minutes. Looks like same. It's a facelift, not witness protection. I'm not easy to love, then I'll love you harder. How I sleep with a cat under each arm and one on my feet. Landlord. Under no circumstances are cats or dogs allowed in the building. Me. Now that I have lived during a plague, I understand why Renaissance paintings are all of chubby women laying around with their bobs out. Quentin Tarantino casting himself in a movie, saying the word, licking an actress's feet. Tiny bikini big sandwich, that's what summer is all about, kind of. Me in the zombie apocalypse trying to find a gas station so I can get a. You are all against alcohol, pets and sugar now, but who was there for you when life fell apart? Sure wasn't broccoli. My iPhone recording me breathing during every video I have ever taken. Just saw a TikTok of someone saying they are never buying garlic again after they discovered this hack and literally planted garlic in their backyard and grew more. Brother, do you think you just discovered agriculture? When you stop to admire the new vase your friend got. This is how you draw a horse. Step 1. Draw a unicorn. Step 2. Erase the horn. What if I don't know to draw a unicorn? Draw a horse and add a horn. I don't know how to draw a horn. Draw a unicorn and erase a horse. Society, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Uncle and Aunt's Day. My first instinct when I see an animal is to say hello. My first instinct when I see a person is to avoid eye contact and hope it goes away. The two types of cheaters at the University of Michigan. On the field, off the field. Me trying to give life advice to anyone. There is a bump here, so please watch your step. How I look laughing at my joke before even saying it. This is what my back needs. Baiting twice a week increases life expectancy by 20%. Me in 3263. I always thought it was a silly toy, little did I know. You have heard of Elf on the Shelf. Now get ready for. Why do men have this weird irrational fear that women are going to use them for money they don't even have? The butterfly in my stomach every time I see you. The happiest couples are the ones where one person has stomach issues and the other has a bad back. It's just the way it is. Remember that PS1 Rugrats game? I don't care. How I feel after opening a bottle for someone. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but no way a beaver built this. macOS 26.0, macOS 26.1, macOS 26.2. When I can't pick between two options and I ask someone to choose for me and they don't pick the one I subconsciously wanted. About the incident where I mistook Patrick who appeared in the likes section for a beautiful girl. Me making the most unrealistically stubborn New Year resolutions for 2026. Let the game begin, baby. Send me the photo we took last night to upload it. The photo. So my daughter says you work at Microsoft. I'm the lead developer behind Microsoft Teams. You have exactly 10 seconds to get the F out of my house. My body is a machine that turns junk food into regrets. Games where the goal is to climb a tall mountain. Break dancers when they see someone dancing. I must break you. Evolution of Apple's headphones. 2007 and 2012 was goated. Them she's used to literally rattle at max volume. If God created the sun on the 4th day, how had the 4 days passed? Vatican. Don't effing move. Reading a book and coming across a character's name that you don't know how to pronounce, so for the rest of the book every time you see it your brain just goes. Trying to be functional as an adult. You'll think you're not gaining weight, then you see your arms in a picture. Only real water drinkers know when water doesn't taste right even though it has no taste. Do you sing in the car? Yes, but only when I'm going in reverse. I'm a backup singer. New 2D Mega Man coming in 2027. Oh no, I can't sleep. Better watch something relaxing. It was a quiet night in May when Karen's body was found. Want to order pizza? I don't eat cheese. Crow of judgment. For medical reasons lol. You should have stated how weak your bloodline was in your Tinder bio. Anonymous when the VPN forgets to hide that they work at the Pentagon. When you just don't want trouble so you complained and now that complaint turned into a mass protest. Well, that escalated quickly. If the party in Stranger Things has licked their miniatures, everything that happens in the show is just a symptom of lead poisoning. When you apply for a job and they start calling you instead of sending you the unfortunately email. What's the difference between finding out and realizing? Finding out, realizing. Me holding my pet up to the mirror saying look it's you. Enjoying the meme. No, they are not using the template correctly. The little one wins. Enjoying the meme. Me. Food that will hurt my stomach later. Me. Bro. Hey man, those ain't she. Also bro, after 1 hour. I'm 25 and completely burnt out. What am I supposed to do for 50 more years? Maintain a yard. Be about traffic. Keep buying spinach and watching it lie. Get oil changes. F's sake. Parents telling me that they walked 10 kilometers to school. Me telling my kids that I survived a global pandemic. When you're over 30 and someone parks in front of your house. Never wears clothes. Plays nap when showering. When you learn about something and suddenly you see this thing everywhere. Subway Surfers. Rinto on cool math. So did they just switch outfits or? Dude, people will realize. Don't worry, just add a tie, they'll never know. Haven't seen you in a while, what you been up to? Me. Drawings like these in textbooks are one of the things I miss most from school. You son of a bee. I told you I would do it. You're next. I think I'm in love. Just pump the blood lol bro. After a heated argument with my teen who yelled that he wanted to move out, my youngest put his arms around me and said, "Don't worry mom, I'll live here until I'm 60. I think he meant it to be comforting. It was not. I don't wanna be 25 years old. I kind of can't believe that this picture was originally taken in 2020. It feels like it's existed forever. When you make up facts, anything is possible. When life sucks but you smile through because it always has lucked. Fireflies near the NYCT state line. If I saw this, I would not believe my eyes. Can't suffer from RAM shortage if you never upgrade from your 2015 build. Following an influencer on social media. On her way home. My freshman roommate would leave the dorm at 2 in the morning and come back around 4 AM. Thought she was chilling with a boy or something. Turns out that's the prime time to watch raccoons at the pond near the HFAC. I really gotta reconsider my life choices. I'm into older guys. Want to come over and rub Bengay on my arthritic knees. When a person knows your name and you don't know theirs. It is not funny. Haha it. How it feels to go to the grocery store after 4 PM. 40-year-old Kenyan man goes viral after claiming he is Elon Musk's eldest son and asking for a DNA test. New cutie just dropped. White lines ain't even necessary, just evolved to Aura Farm. Coffee shop receipt. When my boss emails me before 8 AM, report use. The family I babysit for bought me a car for my 18th birthday, so thankful. I have a theory. My literal wife who married me and loves me called me XE 4 days ago and I'm still riding that high. Men get one compliment every 3 to 5 business years and live off it like camels. That moment when bro says something so heinous you wonder why you're even friends. The best thing a man can do is know how to cook. Last night I let the ominous liquid talk, type she I'm on. Me trying to fix my sleep schedule, how to sleep 8 hours in 4 hours, mental hospital wants to know your location. These are the lungs of a 10-year-old child that grew up in a home with a gas oven. They are not supposed to look like that. No one, that one friend. Sometimes we just gotta make this face and move on with our lives. Me at 3 AM planning how I'm gonna change my whole life from tomorrow. Replace a single letter in a series title. I'll go first. Street shots. Showing up to dinner. A sibling sitting in your spot. Using dark mode at night. Using dark mode during the day. Half-Life 3. Valve. Auditions for Wicked 3 as Empic or weight loss pills. Thinking about that one time I dreamed a 6-digit number and was able to unlock his phone. This is why they burned us. When you find the perfect sub, this is my hole, it was made for me. Me whenever I'm right about something. 6-year-old me after my uncle told me to pull his finger, fart is coming. I just got this minecart. Me, I play video games for the story and the immersive gameplay, also my choices. When you hear your wife come into the bathroom while you're in the shower. How wine alcoholics look at other alcoholics. How I genuinely be looking on Thursday because I'm saving my good fit for Friday. If you think my jokes are bad, wait to see my choices in life. Counting to 10, the beginning of humanity 2024-2025. Jurassic Park 1 raptors, they put us in a tiny cage. Jurassic Park T-Rexes, they stole our baby. Jurassic Park 3, Spinosaurus, they hit me with a plane. When you catch bro liking some freaky Ariel as if nobody can see him. How eat the rich millionaire streamers look at you when you don't donate them your entire life savings. When you rearrange your neighbor's decorations so they look more festive. I'm a grown man. I'm a big adult. I can do this. The last time is now, 12/13/2025. Arguing with me is pointless. I knew I was wrong 10 minutes ago. I'm just trying to pie you off now. We can build a better world. We're so effed. Me every day. You hide your feelings well. Me looking at people I don't like. Everywhere I go, I see his face. Keeping the bathroom door open so I can watch a movie while taking a shit. Everyone else in the airplane. When you know the tribal people react for the first time videos are fake but you just can't prove it. In the future you'll be able to buy any video game you want but you'll have no time to play them. You have heard of Elf on a Shelf? Me wondering if I'm getting more mature or becoming more boring. World government, we did it. We saved the internet. The internet. My wife and I started a tradition that's become crucial to our marriage. Every year around the date of our wedding we go on a vacation. Just the two of us celebrating. It's a key driver to our relationship success. We call it our marriage birthday. Bro just invented anniversaries. Me and the boys getting nostalgic for the good old days. Super Smash Bros. My dream would be to live in a nation where people understand that a tax refund simply means you gave the government an interest-free loan for the year. I love telling someone traumatizing lore about myself then looking at them exactly like this. Hey, gross. What the F? I don't like when attractive people message me because they feel bad for how ugly I am. I assume that's what you were doing because there is no way anyone like you would message me. Please F off. Me trying to focus on being a responsible adult. Small moments of fun. My endless to-do list. Me looking at that one person I know is evil but I just can't prove it. When I low-key want a relationship but kinda don't but then I don't wanna be alone but kinda like it. I'm cooked. Me after choosing C as an answer on the test because I felt a spiritual connection to it. Me waiting in line minding my own business. Stranger talking about the weather like they never seen rain before. 6-year-old me at 2 AM debating if I should hold my pie until morning or run down the hall and risk an attack from a demon. When the customer support agent who hasn't helped me at all in 2 hours tells me to have a nice day. No, I don't think I will. With filter. Without filter. He's probably thinking about other women. Me, I'm glad when women shave their Venus they don't draw the hair back on like they do their eyebrows. When it's picture day and the photographer tells you to give a natural smile. The Grinch never hated Christmas. He hated people, which is fair, until we meet again. When you're watching a kids show and you're low-key invested in it but then it does something to remind you that you're watching a kids show. Me after watching 10 minutes of something on Netflix that took me an hour to choose. Me watching my mother buy my brother a new computer for the 11th time after he breaks it out of frustration. No one. Me in bed for no reason. New gens will never understand this big. Xmas. Xms. Ghostbusters. Show me the funniest Ghostbuster. This reminds me of the time you tried to drill a hole through your head. I said the funniest Ghostbuster. That would have worked if you hadn't stopped me. Perfection. How it feels when you scroll back a couple of reels to remember what you wanted to do. World War, World War II, World War III, you are here. World II War, World War, Tokyo Drift, World and War, World 7, War 8. It finally happened. My neighbor approached me in the hall because she's concerned my boyfriend is abusive. I'll let her know that when she hears me say stop it Oscar. That hurts. I'm actually talking to my cat. I have an abusive cat. Can we just wrap this year up already? A bee is tired. We were too young to understand. Bros cooked. Please help me understand why so many men are obsessed with Gio Scotti when she literally looks like a teenage boy. You answered your own question, brother. When you only been alive for a month but you already fed up with the world. When your best friend's parents say you're not a guest anymore, your family. When she tries to bribe you with X but you just won out 15 minutes ago. You have no power here. All the comments making fun of me for a minor spelling mistake and saying I'm a effing autocorrect changing the word to something I have never heard before. An alien joined the Discord a while ago and all he does is post his Wordle score. Ubisoft reaction to Sandfall Interactive dominating 9 awards with Game of the Year at TGA 2025. When Germans remember that they can generate compound interest from the tooth fairy for an early start pension, Germany considers implementing retirement accounts for kids as young as 6 years old. Being in bathroom with automatic light be like. Say John Hi John. Stealing luggage at the airport, non-worker, worker. I'm gonna stay up real late and teach it a lesson, Monday morning, me right now. Unisex toilet, finally. My daughter is not delicate like a flower, she's more delicate like a hand grenade. When my grandma opens a water bottle by herself I say okay muscles and she goes hee hee hee. Me getting ready to leave my bed at 1:16 AM to eat a single slice of provolone out of the fridge with my hands. How I feel when my man isn't here and I have to sleep alone. When someone starts telling you a story and you already know they're full of shit. Being forced to use Bing, me searching Google in the search bar. If you had this haircut you may be entitled to compensation. Call JG Wentworth, 877 cash now. Other phones. Nokia. I need the people to know that Olympic silver medalist Georgia Villa is sponsored by Parmesan cheese and regularly posts pics of herself with giant wheels of cheese. You hate to see other people living out your dreams. Toxic work cultures. Fresh graduates who thinks life is going to be easy now. My dad was the last one we would get Christmas presents for. Now I know it was only if there was enough money left. I remember going to Woolworths with Ma to buy a $5 flannel shirt and chocolate covered cherries. We wrapped the cherries, they cost $1. I thought they were the height of luxury. We work jobs that we hate to buy things we don't need to impress people we don't like. Bro has a wife and to femboys. Oh, the thrill of the double life. That face you make after a friend sends you a weird reel. POV. Moms when this guy shows up on Facebook with a sassy caption. Oh, he just like me. He just like me for real. Me in 2015 wanting to live in the 90s. Me today wishing it was 2015 again. When you're closing apps and accidentally close the music. Born to be EP sleepy, forced to be wakey wakey. When you're chubby but still kinda athletic. I'm into older guys, want to come over and change my bedpan. My monthly income, my bills. When the game is meant to be played in the dark but I can't see anything. Christmas 2025, Santa decides to use the naughty list for personal gain. That friend with no car after the hangout. I'm going to go home. Mini pan fried dumplings. I would effing eat handfuls out of that thing like a bucket of popcorn. Coolest part about starting a new job is the immunity to disease you get for 3 months till you get sick days. Nobody knows my next move, not even me. When you are stalking someone's old pictures and then like one of them by accident, guess I'll lie. Holiday season, going to grandma's house versus leaving grandma's house. Life update, miss you. I stopped watching an anime at a reasonable time before going to sleep. Okay, so 2 episodes away from the end of the season. Right this way, sir. I'm effing crying, look at this guy from my best friend's Tinder. Damn, are you even real? Real and transgender. What's transgender? Google. Oh, so it's like a search engine. Every viral outbreak in media. Yeah, F the humans. Viral outbreak in pluribus. No, you're too mean, also we need your permission. First day in hell. Hostess, welcome to hell. Please take a seat. Waiter, pouring wine. Your steak will be out shortly, sir. Me, wow, this isn't so bad. Group of waiters approaching in distance. Happy birth. When your high school teacher says you'll learn it in college but your college professor says you learned it in high school. Years of academy training wasted. Don't book a judge by its cover. The judge who spent all day trying to cover up his book. The final battle against Thanos is about to begin. Beware, he is dangerous. The end. Hey, how you're doing? Me. If I were to lie right now in some sort of fiery explosion due to the carelessness of a friend, well, that would just be okay. In the 1950s, bald men were paid to get kissed, all for perfecting the ideal lipstick. When one door closes, another opens. The other door. Pull. When you order Rage Against the Machine from Temu. Something to take the edge off. Microsoft Edge. Take the what? My wife told me to take the spider out instead of chilling him. Went out, had a few drinks. Nice guy. He's a web designer. What being in a gaming clan felt like when I was 10. I have been chasing this feeling for 8 years and it still hasn't come back yet. Do men actually dream about living in a place like this? My boyfriend swears this is every guy's fantasy, but I seriously don't get it. How I feel when FIFA gives Trump the Peace Prize. What? FIFA? Picture from Mars. Picture from any bank surveillance. The character that betrays me later in the game. Me on my second playthrough and realizing most of his lines were hints. Quentin Tarantino, stop sending me this shit. Agree with antagonist, lie to him intentionally, uninstall game, tell everyone you finished it. When everyone replies to your story except the target. People who put pineapple on pizza, you think you're better than me. The rest of humanity, I'm better than you. The 8-year-old just asked why the tooth fairy doesn't just dig up dead people to get teeth. I don't know, but it's a bloody good question. I miss these nights. Everything would stop spinning if I saw £53 for my Uber. When the turn is just a little too hard. How did we do 4 years of university without ChatGPT? This is about to be our I used to walk 10 kilometers to school. Top 10 alcohol brands to drink while driving. Temu, count your days. Myself and 14 open-minded friends gonna have a field day with this. The chives guy when he achieves his goal. Me, I should really get some sleep now. The random 20-minute video YouTube recommended. Jeff Bezos, take my credit card, go buy me a Coke and get yourself something too. Me. Dad, hold these while I attach the other end to the car battery. Be very careful. Me. I love hanging out in groups of 3 because I can go non-verbal and they can entertain each other while I look at a tree or something. Tell us how the F Santa gets to all them houses in one day. Roses are red, actually what the F. A woman in the Philippines spent 4 years praying to what she believed was a Buddha statue until a friend pointed out that it was actually Shrek. 15-year-old me after seeing these cones on road. VLC media player. It's Christmas. Wake up. Shut up. My flirting technique is to look at her and wait for her to come to me. It never worked, but that's my technique. Me. Unrealistic scenarios before bed. It's July. 50% of 2025 is over. What? Chinese cars are not cheap, they are exactly at the price cars should be. You're just too used to being overcharged and exploited. F we not getting in. You okay bro? Yeah man, I'm fine. Okay dope, just making sure. He's probably cheating. Me and the boys. Me if my sister is being nice to me. When my boss says there's no budget for raises and then spends so much money on meaningless office parties, it's all total bullshit. Me in 20 years looking at my son after hearing him say he's had a pretty interesting day. Rob Van Dam. Make a dark dystopian adventure as a tribute to Orwell's legacy. Overused pop song and Seth Rogen. Haha, that was a pretty interesting video. Staged. What building your PC just before the current price crisis feels like. When you open the subject for the first time a night before the exam and on that same night your parents decide to have an Avengers level fight. This is fine. Pluto is returned back to the list of planets. Meanwhile Pluto, I'm still worthy. Me after giving the blind kid a grenade after saying it was a Beyblade. My squad mate, I need a medic. Me. My reaction to absolutely everything right now. The customer is always right, not during my shift. How it feels when you accidentally become the class meme. You ever just get a sharp stabbing pain in one of your organs and you think RF it's finally happening? The older I get, the more my politics mature from childish naive beliefs like the world is complicated and leaders have to make hard decisions to more serious adult principles like hurting people is bad and helping people is good. Being productive. Me. All my games in my Steam library. I had to read the headline twice. Woman who marries herself then cheats on herself and blames it on men. That's the dumbest thing I have ever heard. People who are really into olive oil will hand me some olive oil and be like, doesn't this taste fruity and spicy and complex? Like, no MF, that tastes bitter and gross, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. Love hurts. This would have did numbers on Tumblr. People in 2010 to 2019. People now. My co-worker who's actually a pretty cool guy, me for no reason. Work from home employees logging in as soon as they wake up in the morning. Sorry for being always funny, pretty and right, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm having a good time, so am I. I mean, not actually, but it's like I am. Game Awards 2025 watchers. Oh man, that guy's game is worse than mine. General gamers comparing 2025 with other years. Holy shit, so many good games. When your mum keeps calling you like she didn't give birth to other employees. Someone picking stuff out of your hair be like. When you are finally leaving the store but your mom meets a friend. Password incorrect. Enter password to change password. What if I just throw a fridge at you? How the fastest kid was waiting to be unfrozen in freeze tag. I can't think. 1 minute of genius level thinking. I can't think. See what happens when you rush to get in other people's business. EA Electronic Arts. Hey EA, I just want to say the Dark Souls series is amazing. We didn't make those games. I know, you can't make good games. Boys when they put their rage after the M. When the pizza delivery said 30 minutes but it's been 33. POV, me sleeping hungry just to prove to my family that I'm angry. I paid my rent so don't ask me to come out, I'm at home getting my money's worth. I duck my head down while driving into underground parking garages to make my car fit, in case you wondered what kind of superior intellect I have passed down to my kids. What if antivirus companies are responsible for creating viruses? He was asking too many questions. My phone weighs 234 grams. Can't show because I used it to take the pic. Me when I go to get a haircut but the main barber is busy and his sidekick barber tries to make eye contact with me. He didn't stop when I was crossing, so. I once watched a colleague, who had just returned to work after maternity leave, highlight every email in her inbox and press delete. When she saw the look on my face she shrugged and said if they really need to talk to me they'll find me. I think of her nearly every day. Nobody has a harder name than Yves Saint Laurent. This MF name is Usain Bolt and he's the fastest man on earth. Can I borrow $10 million from you? Breathe for yes, swim to Antarctica for no. Just remember, if I don't text you back that's because I'm busy, but if you don't text me back that's because you hate me. When you look at your fridge and notice that some items are missing, so you check the cams hoping to catch a rat or two, but turns out there are people coming out of your basement the entire time. When he makes me mad but I still want him as my husband. When you already arrived at your destination but you won't get out of the car till your song ends. Who would win? One mousy girl, the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. Google, here's your incognito mode rewind. Let's take a look at what got up to when you thought no one was watching. Drinking hot water. With herbs. Ayo mine. She is not angry, she just can't see without her contact lens on. What? What girls gift to their friends? Gift cards, jewelry, perfume. Meanwhile boys realizing that their best friend's gift looks like a wrapped up pipe. When I'm 17, Wikipedia articles deep and realize people my age are at the club. You can't get PTSD if you are the traumatic event. Santa. I want 64GB DDR5 6000 MHz. Realizing we are closer to 2040 than to 1990. My hobbies. Peeling back the layers, uncovering metaphors, mirroring, connecting dots, stuff like that. Oh my, who's this dynamite in front of me? If your coffee shop has a passive aggressive no Wi-Fi pretend it's the old days sign, I'm gonna in there and pay 50 cents for coffee. I just wanted a cup of tea but then I asked if anyone else wanted tea and now I work in catering. My family going to the toilet. Me guarding the suitcases. Most men are single but they don't know until they lost their job. Me when I have nothing to do. Me when I have so much to do. Ever since I found out cats don't meow to other cats, that's just some shit. They learn to manipulate humans and meows are supposed to mimic infant human cries. I'm noticing a lot of fake shit about my cat. Just in case. It's cool how seeing a less flattering photo of an attractive friend does not change my perception of them at all, but seeing one of myself makes me want to for bridge. I got you something. I got you something. Reciprocating stores. My laptop when I take a thumbs up picture of its blue screen for the 527th time. Professional wine tasters when you get wine from Walmart instead of wine made from grapes grown with recycled astronaut processed by 20 different sweatshops using labor stationed in Ethiopia. When you realize that no help is coming, you're an adult and have to motivate yourself to move forward. English speakers after creating the phrase holy shit and leaving people learning English wondering what it meant. Wife, behold, all the stuff she purchased today, my stuff. Your plan, application, job, reality, 10-step custom application form, CV pass, recruiter talk, technical interview, homework, culture test, trial contract. ChatGPT dependent MFs when the internet is down and they're stuck in a critical situation. I no longer hate Mondays, I have matured, instead I hate life. I'm a person who wants to do a lot of things trapped in a body of a person who wants to sleep a lot. How I look at bro while he's googling the thing I know I'm right about. Destiny is a good thing to accept when it's going your way. When it isn't, don't call it destiny. Call it injustice, treachery, or simple bad luck. Final Fantasy VII fans during the Game Awards when Jeff says it's the last trailer. Me barely getting any sleep with a fan on, whale songs, a tuna feather pillow and a bed facing Mecca. My cat sleeping 20 hours a day in any spot. When you catch bro liking some freaky Ariel as if nobody can see him. Me showing up to my ex's therapy session to tell them what really happened. Can't even blame Bill, I would have bombed Serbia too if she asked. When your pharmacist has turned to the dark side, pharmacist.
Spare change, ma'am.